Good morning, everybody. Good morning. YouTube, Haiti Sentinel, defend Haiti. So last night, President Jovenel, well, really early this morning, President Jovenel Moise, he did an address to the nation, and it was announced last night about, you know, I think at about 10 p.m. it was announced that he would do this, and I stayed up waiting for it, and that became a bother because it wasn't up until like a few hours ago. Like right now it's 6:30 a.m. 4 hours ago that he put it up, so probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock that he actually did it. But being that it's about 15 minutes long and I have about maybe 40 minutes before I have some stuff I have to do this morning. I'm taking care of some things with the kids all week, so my mornings are kind of shot, unlike usual. I'm going to give some feedback on this, some live feedback. I think I have time to, but I won't be able to pause as much, but let's get into it. I did already watch it once. I have watched it once, and I will say that it is, I felt it angered me more than I expected. It just did, and it's a very long explanation why these things would anger me. But moreover, I'll say this: it's that he doesn't recognize his own fault at all in the problems that are going on. It appears that as everything he does, he's only doing it to please the international community, and the people can pick that up. Because, for example, he doesn't deliver this address until he cancels his trip to the United Nations. He should have addressed the situation in Haiti throughout the past few months. I mean, the last time he spoke was with the soccer team after the Gold Cup run. He brought them in, used them as a political tool, and basically chastised the opposition. This was no different what he did this morning. He just chastised the opposition, went after the opposition. And then it's early, crazy hours of the night that you're putting this out. Maybe it's because of fear, because I know if it were during the day, people would mache point, like go and get him right where he's sitting. And so perhaps that's a strategic move. They would have had, it wouldn't be, this news is not hitting them live and in the middle of the day where they could really make moves and go and grab them. But this is not gonna settle down anybody. You know, oh gosh, I don't even want to hear it again. It's just so annoying. I really can't. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk, but I'm gonna let it play and keep it on mute. For example, he says in the video, he says, I think it was edited too. I see a little choppiness, so it wasn't live, and that's unfortunate. Who knows how many times it was edited over? But at one point he says he will not respond to violence with violence, and that right there shows a huge misunderstanding of the situation. The Haitian people have become very smart. They've come to realize that violence doesn't always mean killing and causing pain, but violence can also be the corruption. Violence can also be government officials who steal money under the table. Violence can also be when people can't find justice. These things too are also violent because those are the things that caused January 12, 2010, an earthquake to kill 250,000 people as opposed to one even stronger in Chile about 2 weeks later, only killing about 100. Unfortunately, that's still people dying, but 250,000, close to 300,000. That's insane. That's the type of violence that Haitian people are suffering, dying by hunger. That's a sort of violence when people aren't allowed to grow their food, sell their food, and make a living wage. That's a form of violence. So you have responded with violence already, Mr. President. And everybody knows how he's gotten the power, and he speaks as if he belongs there. No one belongs in that seat. No one belongs. That's how democracy works. Nobody belongs there. You are elected there, and that's about it. But we know the way he got there was Martelli using him, using his businesses, using his companies to launder money and to himself and keep money for himself. That's who you are. You're a tool, and now you want to tell people how they should be, how they should act. You had an opportunity, we know, to actually do what you said you were going to do, which was to put power in the country 24/7 to allow there to be electricity in Haiti. You had the opportunity, but what you did, rather, was when the senators came and they had negotiated with the power companies to bring the cost down about a third so that investments could start to be made in the electrical grids. You sat on that deal and didn't move on the deal. And instead, it was discovered by the anti-corruption unit that you're trying to establish your own electricity company in place of the private ones, which, I'm not for the private ones either. They're not doing their job. But for you, as the president, to think you're just going to replace it with your own company is not any better. Maybe you think and the path to hell is paved with good intentions. So maybe you think your private company would be much better. It would take less money. It would be less corrupt. Maybe you think that. But corruption is corruption. And it's still a problem that you, yourself, in your position, you want to do that. And it just, like I said, it's paved with good intentions, but it's not good that comes of it. He talks about the lawmakers can't establish a legitimate government. Fritz William Michel is not legitimate. And you've had governments before, and for example, with Jean-Yves Seyon, it was you yourself who destroyed that one. And you just by decree put La Pen illegally. And now we know Fritz William Michel is involved in all types of corruption. People that he's nominated for the positions, for example, even the Minister of Education, who now they're like, this is a person who doesn't even have a post-secondary degree. And, there are a lot of them who have never paid taxes. Fritz William Michel, even as a person working in the government for the past decade, never paid a tax until July passed, this past July. He doesn't have discharge, which means while he was managing government funds, he poorly managed them. So the issue is again with you, and this is a big misunderstanding with with when you get this level of ignorance in the presidency, this level of stupidity. The idea that people are just supposed to work with you, and it's in the population too. I see from some of the comments that people leave. They think because somebody is the president, people are just supposed to work with them. People are just supposed to, oh yeah, come together, come around him, to co-ed the president and help him do what he wants to do, and that's just not the way it is. That cannot be expected. It is on the president to bring people together. That's him that's supposed to do that. And if he cannot, then he cannot do his job. Then he does not have the tools necessary to do his job. And I learned this the hard way. Like I have to tell, I will soon tell you guys a story about a time I spent as president of a Haitian student organization back in college. A massive organization. It was over 3 colleges in Tallahassee. Um, and everything that I learned from that situation and how it all broke down and how so much like Haiti it was. It was it was it was it was a microcosm of the root problem in Haiti. My my situation there, and when I was president there, and I'm gonna break it down for you guys. It may even be this week's because everything just seems to make sense for it to come. But you have to be able to bring people together. That's your job. It's not their job to come along. It's just not. If you can't do it, then someone else needs to do it. It's that it's that simple. You cannot get it done, Mr. President. You can't get it done. You never could. That's how I feel. You never could. You were set up. If you come in corrupt, if you come in with a lot of problems, you're just not gonna be able to have the credibility, the confidence to get something done among people in a democracy. It just won't happen. So yeah. So I mean that's what we're getting here. Uh, what else? What else? I mean, yeah, he can't. He's very annoying. Very annoying. I've never been more annoyed in my life, yo. Like I'm very much to the edge just watching and listening to what he has to say. It is not good. I would not be. I could imagine that when people in Haiti come across this and listen to this, and he's quite lucky he didn't do it live, but they're not going to be more at ease. No one's going to be more at ease. It's going to get worse for him. It's going to get worse for us if he does not back up. I mean, even if you look at the comments here, the majority of them are just negative. Negative. Just now you want to talk, and then you want to talk because you're not going to get to go to New York. Oh, this is horrible, man. This is just horrible. Anyways, I already have to head out, man. So I already got some posts ready to go up. But like I said, this week I'm taking care of a lot of things in the morning. So um, I'm done with this one and I'm about to exit. All right, everybody. All right, that's one of my kids leaving. Um, and I gotta take another one in today. So either way, so that's what's going on. Some news. I have some equipment coming in. Ordered it yesterday. I will be on camera soon. So that's great. That will, I think, help with the videos, of course, and doing some live broadcasts and a lot of movement going on now. So that's soon to come. Um, yeah. So all right, let me get up off this. Everybody, have a good day. Have a good morning. Love you all, and goodbye.